New Jeans Minji received heavy praise from the netizens for her toned and muscular body. Recently, on a Korean community forum, netizens talked about how healthy Minji's body is, not like any other idols who claim to be healthy while being super skinny. And Minji has one of the best bodies in K-pop, which may not fit the Korean beauty standards but fits Minji perfectly. However, there were many people who also mocked Minji for having a muscular body type. They said there is nothing to praise her about because her body just looks super stiff. Some even commented that, with such a body, she looks like a trans woman. Do you guys like muscular body types? New Jeans Minji received
Shh. Do you hear that? I have been hearing that sound everywhere lately. It... Shoot. That's been happening a lot lately. Anyone else just wildly sick of their phone just taking over their life no matter what they do? It's like all of the tools I use are trapped behind that tiny little pane of glass. I miss products being a joy to use, not something dangerous that I get sucked into for half an hour and waste my life away. So let's find some. It's tricky though, because not all retro gadgets are really equipped to be out in the modern world. They're just gonna hold you back. So are there any retro products with modern features? Well, I found some. And going through this list, they're pretty pricey. And I was really hoping that there was someone out there that was gonna review them for me so, you know, I didn't waste my money. And then I remembered, oh shoot, that's my job. So I'm gonna do that. So we got the Custom Job Retro Style TV. So it looks like a beautiful retro TV, but it has Netflix. Yeah, Netflix kind of sucks right now, but you get my point. So this thing might not bring me any nostalgia because it's a bit before my time. Yeah, it may look like I'm nearing 50, but honestly, that's whatever long COVID I've had for the past 3 months. But the point is it's more beautiful than any TV I've ever owned. It looks like I get to choose custom legs, custom knobs, custom speaker fabric, custom paint, custom wood species. Am I building this? I hope not, because that price tag is not cheap, 3 grand. But that's 3 grand for the non-custom one. And of course, we're gonna buy the custom one. Yikes, that is 5K. Add to cart. You guys ever been to one of those old school train stations or airports? They have these like loud flip boards that show you your arrival and departure times. Picture this, put that ish in your living room. That's basically a Vesta board. It's a smart, modern flip board. I know what you're thinking. What problem does that solve? Yeah, stop thinking that. Just stop it. So they have this cute little ad that kind of shows you how it works and all of its use cases.
There's something about new beginnings. You're excited for the change, but you know things will never quite be the same.
Oh, that's cute. Sending the girl off to college.
Here's to the ones who brighten your day.
And then she sends him a message on the Vesta board that they just happen to be in front of, hugging. No, it tracks. Definitely realistic.
That new could be a good thing. Vesta board.
Yo, why can't she escape these boards? I'll be honest, I watched this ad a couple of times now, and every time I watch it, the dad just straight up appears out of nowhere. Like he was like pretending to like not work, and then like his wife saw him and I got the box you were looking for. So the board is built with 132 of these flip boards they call bits that you can, I guess, rotate to achieve the right character in each bit. Oh look, here you go. Magical sound. This is what the flipping characters sound like.
When it looked like the sun wasn't gonna shine anymore.
Am I hearing that right?
Put a rainbow.
Is another tab open?
When it looked.
Nope. 3 grand. Here we go. Add to cart. Have you ever had a little brother? How would you describe him? Classic? Thick? Strong body? Me too.
the new retro cell phone H999, which happens to be a self-proclaimed classic little brother. This wasn't an accident, by the way. They really bear down on this everywhere on the product page. Sure, it looks like a phone from the 90s.
So, side tangent for phone lore, I couldn't figure out why this phone had the name Little Brother, because in America we called them brick phones. So I searched the internet, I literally couldn't find any reference to Big Brother other than these knockoff Chinese phones. But finally I found this rather odd video that you're seeing now, and it's the only explanation I could find.
First invented by the American company Motorola, Big Brother entered China, well, due to the size of Big Brother and due to the fact that people who used it were mostly big brothers in the business world, this thing quickly became a status symbol.
But they have added an insane amount of modern features to this thing you would have never expected. Take a look at this screenshot, for instance. There's 20 different features here. Not to mention there's even more if you keep scrolling this never-ending page of features. I'm gonna spare you the boring features like radio and change the ringtone, which they highlight. But the one that's got me most curious, Voice King. I don't know what a Voice King is, but I suddenly find the desire to be one. Like, I feel like I was one once, but that was a long time ago in a forgotten era. But we're just getting started. One of its best features, which we're definitely gonna test, is strong body. Because this little brother has the strongest of bodies. So strong, in fact, you can break walnuts open with it. But don't, because easy on the walnuts. I'm supposed to put this thing in my pocket? I sure hope it's easy on the walnuts. It can be used as a charger, but to charge what? Your other phone? Oh yeah, to charge your other phone. They thought this was such a good feature that they gave themselves an award for it. Oh, not just once, but 3 times. Go ahead. You can clap. Yeah, let's just get in and buy it. So I found another gem. Yes, that is an Android landline phone. And yes, it can do all the things your Android phone can do, but with the added benefit of being connected to the wall like a retro corded phone. Why does this exist? Well, luckily we don't have to guess because they tell us. They have kindly given us all the applications for this device. Number 1, removal emergency. I've stared at this for a good minute now and I have no idea what's going on. Did this person pack everything in their house in their car because of some sort of emergency? Like, how does this phone help that situation? How do you have that much time to pack if you're in an emergency? I'm not sure where they even got this photo, but that person's definitely living out of their car. Second application, it's just named ship. Take this with you if you're going on a ship. I'm almost positive cruises don't have landlines. It's kind of in the name. Even if you use the SIM card, there are no cell towers in the ocean. Third application, remote area. Again, it's remote, likely no cell towers, and even more likely, no telephone lines to plug into a landline. Fourth, car. Oh, we'll test this. Last use case, camping. Why on so many levels? Why? Oh, I see. Because leisure. It makes sense now. Let's add to cart. Next up, the Black Mix Hour of Glory Nixie Clock. I'm not sure if this one is a modern product with retro features or a retro product with modern features. Actually, what is the difference?
Okay, so a retro product with modern features is a product that was designed a while ago, but it had new features with it. Think of this, like a typewriter, but with a display on it so you could backspace and before all the mistakes get made.
Right.
But a modern product with retro features is something designed recently that has some retro features. Take, for instance, a computer, but they removed all the apps and everything so you just have a typewriter experience. It's the same thing, shut up. It's the same thing.
What I do know, though, is that this clock has burning light and sound. Yeah, it sounds like a transmittable disease, but I'm 80% certain it's not. Although it gets a little gray when above it, it also says exploding head. Even if I'm not reading into that, it still sounds like a terribly dangerous feature. But I'm not gonna worry too much because I can break dance to the radio, as one does when anxiety hits. I know. I'm giving this product a hard time right off the bat, so let's get into, some of the more serious features, like the horn cover. $500 for this Nixie tube clock, and I'd be worried if it didn't have all the positive reviews that it has. Oh, I feel better now. So let's say I hate what Spotify's done to music. I don't. I think it's extremely convenient, but let's just say I hate technology and I love yelling at clouds. What am I gonna carry around? A record player when I stand in line at Target? I don't think so. So this is a Sony Walkman TPS L2 portable cassette player. This product started the portable music revolution, but this product has a dirty little secret. It's not actually the Sony Walkman. It's a modern knockoff. You should have seen your face. You're like, DPS L2, a $2,200 modernized TPS L2. What on earth makes it $2,200? Well, we're gonna find out. An MP3 player, you say? Boring, you say? Don't worry, because the DPS L2 contains its funds under the clamshell. Don't we all? Basically, when you open up the clamshell cover where a tape would normally go, there you're gonna find the main screen of the device. And all the pictures that I can see, I'm kind of worried my fingers are a little too fat for this $2,000 device. Oh, okay, here's the clamshell design section. It says, it was found to be completely different from its appearance. I imagine I'm just gonna get shipped a completely different product. Under that bullet point, there's another that's just completely empty. I guess I could just add whatever I want there. I'm gonna put totally worth the $2,000 we promise. I'm gonna be honest, I can't trust anyone, though, who can't keep the time. I feel like I'm gonna get this product in a year and they're gonna be like, psh, we warned you, we couldn't keep the time. So one of my biggest curiosities through all the research of this video was whether or not I could find a retro gaming system with modern features. Most gaming handhelds these days either just play retro games in a smaller form factor, or there are handhelds that run newer games with a skinned version of Android. Android? That's not retro. That's what I'm trying to escape here. But then I found it. A shining gem in a desert of handhelds that were tainted with conformity. It's called the Playdate by a company called Panic. I don't know, I think it's a cute name. This one can't do anything that the other handhelds can do, but that's what makes it kind of awesome. This is the first gaming handheld that I've seen that behaves like a retro gaming system, but with the black and white screen, the simplistic buttons, but it also has a really inventive and modernized twist. Once you get it, you start to receive 2 brand new games every week over the air. Completely unique games to this particular system, the Playdate. Plus, if that's not a modern enough twist for you, I've got something special for you. It has a crank. If you look close, depending on how you crank, it changes how you play. It's either really clever or really stupid. Their ad feels just as goofy and unique as the product itself, which isn't really a bad thing.
Say hello to Playdate.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Thanks. Now look at this. The display, extremely high resolution.
Is there a backlight?
400 by 200. In what world is that extremely high resolution? I know they're probably being cheeky, but...
Is there a backlight?
No, but the screen is super reflective. You can even play it by candlelight.
Really?
Maybe.
I'll give it to them. This was probably the smartest way to pitch the lack of backlight as an intentional feature. That is not cheap, especially when they don't let you wind or crank in the dark. Oh, now I get why they call it a Playdate. Add to cart. So the classic little brother phone turned out to be, well...
I don't know why I didn't pick up on the thousands of context clues in which I could have figured out that this was a tiny phone, because it's a little brother, not a normal sized brother, but it's tiny, so tiny. It is just, how's this supposed to crack walnuts? Oh, it's so tiny.
Also, I'm unsure if this product was previously used.
Why is the screen already smudged with some sort of oil? I haven't unboxed this. I haven't looked at this. This is the first time I even realized that it was this small. Whoever packaged this had some sweaty hands, yo.
Unsurprisingly, all of the features were there. You got the ringtone. You got the make a call feature. You got the flashlight.
That's that. It's not even close.
You got the ability to charge another device with a port on the bottom.
There's our USB.
There was even Snake, the game.
Oh, okay. I got this. No. Oh. Okay. Did I pause it?
But I did not find Voice King, sadly. I know you guys would be curious, but there was no Voice King. I looked. What's more disappointing is I couldn't technically even test it as a phone.
So I don't have a SIM on me right now, but it doesn't even matter. These Chinese phones don't actually work with US frequencies anyways, so that's a bit of a bummer.
So I can't test it as a phone, but I can test its strong body.
Can it actually crack walnuts? Well, here's the thing. I have just the nuts to find out. These. Locked for freshness. Oh, they have names. Anna and Sarah. We're gonna breeze past that. So, these are huge. Shut up. Dude, shut up. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use the back panel of that TV so I don't wreck my counter. Oh shoot, I definitely will wreck it because there's still a screw in it. Strong body, put to the test.
Wow, it cracks nuts? Huh, crazy. I wish my phone cracked nuts. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Every time you set the phone down, it turns off. What the heck?
After I cracked a single nut, y'all, it would just randomly turn off. And honestly, I'm not really surprised by that. But who cares if it's got a strong body? Who cares if it even cracks nuts? I want to know, does it have super soft buttons for elderly people? Oh, and business people. Despite this being, I'm gonna say it, a note, I still really enjoyed the FM radio. It allowed me to listen to music broadcasts, news consultations, skits, and of course, the opera was wrong. I've been saying that for years, guys. This next product, the Nixie clock, you're gonna love this. When I first set my eyes on this, well, let me show you.
Here we go. Look at that. You see this? It's an incredible clock. Nope. There's nothing here. Never came. It's been months since I ordered that. So with a bit of sleuthing online, I discovered that that was a Kickstarter campaign. So I just bought air.
Don't worry, I know you're upset. Rightfully so. You got nothing for the money that I just spent. What's that? You want me to spend more money so that you can get what I paid for? Fine.
To be frank with you, I'm uncertain if this is a typo or if that's the actual name of the clock, but everywhere the name exists, they just call it a blub. Its modern feature, you ask? A single bulb that tells the time. You can see it flashes each number to tell the time in sequence, and that definitely won't get annoying at all. I was gonna opt for the normal clock, but then I realized it was nearly $2,500. Then I found the bomb clock, but luckily that was not available for purchase. Those two being out of the question, we're just left with the blub. Always left with the blub. The blub is here. I'm in possession of the blub. I couldn't be happier to start blubbing. Bringing Nixie 2 back to life. Well, you were for a moment, and then I broke it. This is a very unique can.
This thing arrived in a can, y'all. In a can.
To be honest with you, I feel like I'm about to open a can of beans. Wait, do I need a can opener? No. No, it's like a paint can. Luckily, I've got just the thing. This gives me anxiety just because it's like the only time I ever open up something like this, it's paint. There's something that could damage the entire space I'm in. Give me my blub, bro. Do I need a can opener?
I sat there like an idiot trying to get a blub out of a can. What is that sentence?
Okay, I've been opening up the wrong thing. Okay. They definitely packaged it well.
So when the clock arrived, I'll be honest, I was most excited to see if this thing was even legitimately called a blub, or if it was just a typo.
And we can confirm, ladies and gentlemen, that it is, in fact, intentionally a blub. Oh, that's nice. Okay, I will say this is beautifully crafted and shipped well, because it's in perfect condition. But I am not.
This thing is made well, though, from a material standpoint.
3, 2, 1. Ooh. Oh, that's beautiful. That is quite beautiful. 20929 229. Is that... Is that what it's saying, 229? It's definitely not 229, and I have absolutely no idea how to set the time.
Big shock! I needed a master's degree to set it up.
How hard can it be to set up a clock, right? Well, considering there's only one display and it only shows 9 digits, and there's only one button to set it up, and that it doesn't come with instructions.
No instructions. Do I gotta go on blub.com? This is the most complicated clock I've ever used. And the irony is it's technically supposed to be the most simplistic clock.
If all of that wasn't enough for you, this is what the instructions look like.
Configuration of this parameter tells the clock the actual time and date. This configuration parameter expects the time and date in format.
Wow.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, every single 7, position 8, is 1 digit. 10 positions I have to remember every position.
Okay, so now it works, but does it work? So I specifically wanted to test this image I found on their website of the Blub being like a nightstand alarm clock.
This worked as expected. See, I don't get good sleep. Normally I need to check every hour. If the hour is before 6, then I force myself to go back to sleep because I always just keep waking up and waking up. But this clock, when I woke up, I had no idea what the order was. Like, was it 3:43 or was it 4:33? Was it 5:57 or was it 5:75? Yeah, I know that last one isn't a real time, but you're telling me you see 5:75 a.m. in the morning and you're not thinking twice before you're knocking out for some more Z's? Doubt. Heavy doubt.
Okay, so it doesn't work as like a nightstand alarm clock, but what about a desk clock? The problem was, no matter what, the flashing numbers just distracted me all day. Okay, what about my living room? That's probably the best solution I found, but at the end of the day, the clock that had already been there was just easier to tell the time with, so I put it back. So now this thing is just collecting dust in my product archive, probably destined to never be turned on again. It's a no. So about this weird MP3 tape player thing, it's technically called a DAC, a digital to analog converter, because digital sucks, man. Ones and zeros suck, man. I'm not a robot, man. I'm a man, and I want my music to be manly. Yeah, so a DAC takes digital music with ones and zeros and it turns it into analog music before it hits your eardrums. That's like taking a 100 by 100 image and like turning it into something 4K. You're gonna get some stuff you didn't anticipate. But this is why it costs so much. And it's completely arbitrary. That, and also the fact that it is modeled after the TPS-L2 that had its own entire moment in history.
This is actually the Sony TPS-L2 and the $1,000 price tag. It's a little wild for a used cassette player, but the nostalgia in this thing is strong. This product was like pretty much the first product that you were allowed to take all your positive vibes with you when you never really could previously. Before that, you were just walking around with the voices in your head to keep you company. And I don't know about you, but I personally get zero good vibes from my intrusive thoughts. So it's not a surprise that this Walkman became a cultural icon, which manifested in a ton of different ways. Naturally, there was competitors, but there were also knockoffs upon knockoffs upon knockoffs. This particular flagship product by Sony came out in 2019. Just 5 years ago. Oh, it's been in the box for 4 years and it still powers on. This is an actual legitimate Sony Walkman. Fits perfectly in the case, which looks like a TPS-L2. Even Sony can't let it go. You might even remember seeing the Walkman in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Raise your hand if you know what this is.
What about a 3D printed one for your Star-Lord costume?
Yeah, printed and primed.
Have you ever thought about buying a poster to let all the other middle-aged dads relate?
It's already home. We're good.
What's that? You want a Lego version of the TPS-L2?
Boom, built it. It's a little small.
Let's just go all in and make it our personality.
Wearing it.
How about we spend the kids' college tuition on a glorified MP3 player that looks like the TPS-L2?
Oh, you had me to spend the kids' college tuition.
The DPS-L2, $2,200 in the flesh in this tiny little box. Not only that, but I realized, to even accurately test this thing, I need to actually get some audiophile headphones. And obviously that's expensive because why wouldn't it be? So we're gonna be in like $3,000 just to listen to some slightly better quality music. I shouldn't review it before I've reviewed it. Let's just get into it, shall we?
So I really don't know why this product is making me more angry than like any other product I've ever seen.
This tape, that is finely aged tape right there. Look at that thing. That looks spot on. Wow, it's cold to the touch too. That's a good sign. That means it's metal. This packaging, I expect more for a $2,200 package. But that's pretty nice. This is a huge device. This is so big. Why would you carry this around? It's so big.
Luckily, this thing seems to be made with really high quality materials.
Can't tell if that's metal or not. It's metal. I had to touch it to my mouth. My fingers aren't sensitive enough.
Solid construction, one might even say strong body. And the buttons, solid.
There's a little on button right there. Play, pause. Ooh. Oh, independent volume control, very similar to the actual TPS-L2. So I will say the software on this thing is sparse. Music browser. This is possibly the worst way to interface with music, to have to open this up, turn the on button on, and then use these buttons on the side. It is the absolute minimum work you can put into developing software for a device like this.
But this thing is basically a brick if there's no music on it. So what's that process like, Matthias, from the past? Did you love it? Did you love it?
So this was a bit of a process. In order to get the appropriate quality of music to play on this device, I found hdtracks.com. Who would be surprised by this? There's barely any music at this high of quality. So let's go to Hans Zimmer. Great. We have some tracks here. Oh, but wait, let's try to find ones that are 24-bit 96 hertz so that, you know, we're not wasting our money with this $3,000 purchase. What's that? There's only 2? Let's download them because we can't stream anything because this device isn't capable of streaming.
Okay, so we're way past any of the positive vibes I was hoping to harvest from this thing, and we haven't even turned it on yet. But when I turn it on, I have a specific test. I want to check to see if all of that money and time and energy is better than what's already in your pocket.
In front of us, we have the O'Reilly's hooked up to some Sennheiser headphones with the exact same album in Spotify with the new AirPod Pros. I'm gonna listen to this one first. You're not gonna be able to hear anything, but you're just gonna have to trust my response. So let's do it. Enter. We're gonna just go with the main theme from The Dark Knight. I do love that track. Maybe this will make me feel good. Got a little tape in there. That's that's fun animation. And I'm gonna press play on the actual top of the device. Incredible. It sounds incredible. Sounds really good that you can hear all the texture, but I'm just not so sure that I can't with this. Let's not blow out my ears. So here's what I'll say. The audio coming from this combination is fuller. It's wider. But for the price compared to this sounds pretty dang good and you get everything else with it. And I'm not so sure it's not just these. That marginal difference in audio quality is just not worth the headache of trying to go through all the loopholes of using this, let alone there's barely any music out there at the quality that even makes a difference.
So you're like, Matthias, are you gonna say more? I think we know it's a no, because you seem annoyed unboxing it, because you seem annoyed just using it and trying to get music on it, because you seemed annoyed that it costs as much as a small used car, and you seemed even annoyed at the very concept that a DAC even exists. And to you, I'll say, you don't know me, but you're right. It's a no. So let's just slow down, okay? Let's just take a breath, all right? We're getting heated here. This video was supposed to be about finding joy in these retro products and bringing them into the modern era. So let's just cool it. Come on with me. So now it's time for the play date. And this thing really put a smile on my face. The Playdate by Panic at the Disc. This is designed by Teenage Engineering, some of the best device designers. I just love their designs, they're beautiful. Before you even turn it on, it's just a solid, little, slim device. Buttons feel good, screen's good, it's made well. And it seems like the actual software is made even better. So the entire interface is just carefully designed, even down to the sound design. It's a very pleasing experience. Just listen to how you turn down the volume. The UI on this thing has such attention to detail that you just don't see in products these days. As you buy the games, they show up in these little sweet little packages. So for instance, if I open one up, that's fun. We love that. It also comes with a few pre-installed games you can play. The ones that it comes with are pretty simple games. It's cool because you can actually go onto the website and immediately buy more games for it, and they'll just be uploaded wirelessly to the device instead of having to wait, let's say, weekly for the releases, which I do have mixed feelings about because I discovered that the games unlock weekly for you. So the games already exist. So in other words, if someone bought this a year ago, they already have all those games and you're just still waiting for them. That's like if I made all my videos for the year but just didn't upload. There we go. Upload is done. Why don't we just upload them all? We have them all done.
No. You have to make them hunger for it. You have to make them need it.
I'd prefer that they were like universal seasons, you know, maybe even once a year for 12 weeks. You get a new game every week, but everyone gets it at the same time. I feel like that would create a little bit more of a community feel behind the whole thing. But honestly, that's a small gripe. So let's talk about the crank. Construction-wise, feels solid. Software-wise, it just works. And I confess, when I first saw this thing, I thought it was gonna be used for charging the device.
Which, by the way, is a very real thing. You wind this crank until it charges your device, or until you fatigue, which usually happens first. These things suck.
Obviously, it doesn't charge it, but the more I used it, the more I was like, who asked for this?
I'd be killing you right now if I had a crank. Man, why won't they add a crank?
Sure, it's a fun little quirk, I guess, but if the game I'm using allows you to use the D-pad and the A and B button instead, I'm definitely always opting for that. Honestly, I'll go as far as to say I avoid playing the games that are crank only entirely. There's something just monotonous about winding it. I don't know what it is. It's just so small and the movement is just so tedious. Luckily, a lot of the games rarely use the crank, and there are some that just don't even use it at all. So it doesn't really bother me too much. But a more serious complaint that I actually have is the lack of backlight on this thing. It's hard to see the thing indoors with proper lighting conditions. So once you've decided to play this thing, you're like constantly trying to hunt for angles. This chair is so squeaky. You're hunting for lighting and you're hunting for comfortable angles in which you can also see your screen. So instead of doing that, I just opt to bring around a booklight and then I just straight up play like that. But now I'm carrying two things, and I'd rather you just make this a little thicker and figure out how to put a backlight in this.
The real question I know all of you are asking is, can you actually
Play it by candlelight.
Really?
Maybe.
Hello. Welcome to our little play date where we find the truth. It's a weird play date. Gosh, that should be a dangerous precedent to be gaming near candlelight. I can see it. It's not an enjoyable experience. I'll tell you that much. My face is dangerously close to these flames, and I feel a compelling need to get this closer and to get my face close.
All in all, I've been using this thing pretty consistently. I've traveled to Idaho with it. Heck, I even went to Disneyland with it. It's perfect for places like that. You know, low stimulation. You know those times when you really just want to check out, but you don't really want to get lost in the death that is TikTok doom scrolling? And now you can lose yourself in something that just won't make you hate yourself as much. Also, kids love the crank. It must be just me. I must be too old for it. And word to the wise, if you do give your kids the play date, they're gonna beat your high score by like 2 times in the first 10 minutes. But this is a dope, and honestly a welcome addition to my collection. First impressions of this tablet corded phone was mixed, to say the least. But I'm not gonna say the least, I'm gonna say more.
I just now had a concern. I can't read that. There's nothing in this. Is there no English in this? Here we go. Here's the big reveal. It's enormous. Don't break it right away, bro. That is a full-size tablet. I just kind of want to open this up and just reveal like an iPad in there. What are you talking about?
So it seems like every one of these little products is throwing me a twist. Like, I'm not sure if I'm just not reading descriptions, which is, you know, I've been known to do, or if it's just weird products that shouldn't exist.
There we go. Phone land. It's covered up. The spot for the landline. This may be a bad idea. We're gonna do phone line. No! Oh! What? There's clearly a spot to put the module. They just didn't do it. That needs to be a phone line because otherwise, how do I? There's a battery in this. Technology helps us do better. Space exclamation point. Sure, perhaps this won't be so bad. I mean, it's in English already. Oh, it's all in English. That's straight up just an Android tablet. Hey!
I know I'm gonna get a lot of comments about the last phone that I just tested about, you didn't even put a SIM in it, you didn't even try. So let's try.
Oh, that's a massive SIM card. I don't have a SIM card that big. All right, I found a SIM card and then I found an adapter, surprisingly. I don't know why you'd think I'd have that. I don't have a lot of gadgets and gizmos. It thinks there's no SIM in there still. It says there's no SIM. SIM card change, tap to set up. I mean, I don't have service here anyways, so there's only one way to find out. So this thing has a battery and a SIM card. The only real world use I can think of is, you guessed it, car phone. You know, for the individual that has a home phone, they have a work phone, and now they have a car phone because there's no better way to tell you that they're more important than you than from the road. Although now that I'm in the car, I realize there are laws against holding a phone. Does that apply though with corded phones? I think it might make it more dangerous. Either way, this thing doesn't actually... Okay, the screen's not even on. Do you hear that? I guess I'm dialing. The screen is not actually on. I have to do some sort of special... Hey, we got the screen on. Literally, every time I want to see the screen. The truth of the matter is, I've been driving for, I don't know, 10 to 15 minutes, kind of all across my valley, and all of the problems that this thing has are a bit of a moot point, considering the screen fell asleep again. I have yet to see a single bar of service, which leads me to believe that the wireless bands that this thing operates on do not work in the States. It can only be important in China then. Really wanted to call up my wife and tell her how important I was, but I guess that's gonna have to wait till I actually am. Anyways, I think I accidentally stopped at a park and I have a corded phone, so let's get to the next product.
I was immediately impressed when I opened up this thing.
In case Bailey thought I didn't know, this little note says Vestaboard, but I figured it out.
It was like a 60-pound box, so I knew there was some good old-fashioned metal in there.
Oh, okay. This was the shipping box. This is the product box. This thing is heavy too, by the way. Okay, we'll mount. For sure, upside down. Oh, wait, will it say something if I put it right side up? Ah, that was cool. I can just tell how well made this thing is. Let's hang it, plug it in.
And it was super simple to hang because of this template thing that they included in the box.
This is basically a guide so that when you're hanging it up, you're not just drilling holes in random spots trying to figure it out because you don't know how to hang things or hold things.
Or at least I think it was super simple to hang. The person that I asked to hang it didn't have any complaints. What? I was busy that day. And what a sweetheart. He left the best part for me.
This thing is so solid.
I love it when products use the right material. Have you noticed that literally everything these days is just plastic? And there's nothing wrong with plastic, but metal. Am I right, men?
So this front plate, full metal, comes off to reveal all the bits. This is like a steel frame. All of these little bits, each one of these can come out.
But what was giving me a lot of anxiety is when a company really nails the first impressions on a product, can the product even live up to its own hype? Because I haven't even turned it on yet. I've had some amazing looking products not even turn on.
This is the part that I've been waiting for months. I don't know what I expected. I think I know the problem. Ah, yes. Ooh, this is very satisfying. Why did we stop? I think that's done. I've got the app right here. All you need is love in this code. Dude, this thing scares me, bro.
So it's loud. This video doesn't really do it justice, but it's loud. I could be minding my own business, just browsing the interwebs and I can't do the sound. I mean, maybe I'll get used to it, or maybe I'll just have to bring an extra pair of underwear every time I go to the studio. But it's not just me. Anyone nearby it just gets completely startled. There's really no avoiding it. In fact, it jump scared Sam's dog the other day. So maybe Vestaboard can do a little research into making flaps that are a little less noisy. I mean, I have a soft closing toilet seat, so that's something.
Get started. Continue.
Yeah, that was it. That was all it took to set up. And this is where the fun begins.
So when I open up the app, there's just a bunch of random things that you can throw on the board. I can have favorites, I have drafts, there's a history of everything that showed up. It looks like there's a bunch of different apps in this like little app store.
So a bunch is an understatement. There were so many apps. So here are some highlights. There's flight times, your calendar, all kinds of art, bonus points if you can identify them, a world clock, journal prompts, this weird palindrome app, and then there's a days since last YouTube upload.
Oh crap, I hit the year mark.
And of course, dad jokes.
I'm afraid of
These are some tired jokes. To the person who invented zero, thanks for nothing. I'm not coming up with these. This is just programmed in here. Oh, I found a subscription service.
This product was about to be perfect. So close, Vestaboard, so close.
Automate messages with an ever-growing selection of content and integrations. 3 years, less than $7 a month. $250.
I know subscription services are the norm now, and there's a lot of use cases where they're completely valid, but they're just gonna always and forever suck. Especially where I feel like this is such an expensive product, they could have easily hidden that cost in the cost of the actual device, like make it $3,200.
So if I want to use any of the apps at all, ever, I have to pay a subscription fee. It says less than $8 a month. Obviously I have to, because otherwise I can't fully review this product.
But I'm gonna give them a pass on this entire subscription service thing, because it actually looks like they're spending that money in development of a lot more apps. And they just keep coming up with ideas. Like this app store is shocking how many ways they've figured out how to use this.
Connect YouTube. Keeps trying to connect it to some other YouTube channel. Rose Thorn. I definitely have more subscribers and views. I don't know. This is the first video in a year, so I don't know. Has it gotten that bad? Sick. Yeah, that's what I remember.
But not all of the apps worked like I expected them to.
So I'm a bit confused right now, because in that little ad, I could have sworn I saw a little girl text her parents who were sitting right by the Vestaboard. That doesn't exist in here. There's no get a text. There is, however, an app called Guest Send. So I set up that app, then I'll basically send whoever I want to have access this little web page. They can input their name and then the message at any point they want. So if someone wants to put their message on the Vestaboard, they have to actually go to a web page and input it there. How are you doing, Mom? Truth be told, I told her an hour ago, so we're good.
All things considered, I give the Vestaboard a dope. Tip of the hat to you, Vesta. So right when I got this retro TV, there were some major red flags.
I'm a bit concerned. This is how we received the box. I'm gonna have some help unboxing this.
Dun, 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 dun. Bah!
Very good. Oh, that plastic wrap felt like it was actually the thing keeping it all together. I'm worried about this.
For some reason, we just kept finding controllers and remotes.
Oh yeah, there's a mouse. But there's also a TV remote. Another TV remote?
It was like a clown car where the clowns just never stopped coming.
Ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. But the game? Whoa!
So this thing was beyond difficult to set up.
Oh, what?
Since there are so many devices in this thing, there are literally three different modes of controlling the volume. So if one of those things is off, forget it. You are not hearing your show. And that's if you could even get the volume to turn on. Pro tip, do the unthinkable, take it apart. Because that's what I had to do in order to find out that all of the plugs inside in this internal power strip that I found were, in fact, unplugged. Most likely due to shipping, so that's unfortunate, but still, I must not have looked at the product page clearly enough, because this thing was a lot more than just a retro-looking TV with Netflix.
Input switch to game console. What?
game console.
There were so many ROMs baked into this gaming system, I was shocked. There were thousands and thousands of ROMs. Not only that, there were some ROMs that shouldn't even exist. And also, I couldn't even get to play, no matter how much I wanted to play Muscle Unicycle Boy, it just wouldn't load. But I'll give it to them, that's usually just a normal emulation issue with just retro systems. But if you ever get Muscle Uniboy working, I want to know. But these were just my first impressions. I haven't even tested the product yet, technically. And the best way that I can figure out how to do that was to like watch a movie every day. And then I was thinking, that's just not YouTube enough.
How about this? 5 movies in one day. And for the first movie, we have a special guest. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Brian joining us from, well, nothing now.
Team Edge is done.
No, I'm just kidding. He's got a new channel, Cantina. Check it out, link in the description below. First movie we're gonna watch is Dune, 10 o'clock in the morning. Do you want snacks?
I've known you for 20 plus years. I am offended.
You've known me for 20 years. Do you think I don't have snacks? I'm prepared.
We mutually insulted each other.
Let's do this.
I liked it.
So much whispering. Short man syndrome. So many movies. Dude is not blonde.
Switching characters.
Just get a blonde guy. There's so many of them.
So when I did take this TV apart, I'm pretty sure the creator wouldn't have wanted me to do that because inside it, I found a 32-inch Insignia TV and a Wogri soundbar. That Insignia TV is on Best Buy for $89. And the Wogri, I think, for like $39. So it's like $150 for that setup. It's like $150, guys. My guess is this thing probably cost $400 to $500 to actually put together. And it cost me $5,000. There's something so ironic about putting the cheapest TV that money can buy in what is going to be the most expensive TV that money can buy. But you know, you're not buying it because you really want a good screen. You're buying it because it looks like a beautiful retro TV. And you'd think that would be the redeeming factor. But there were like chips in the paint and there were like places where the paint was separating. So that was just kind of a bit disappointing. For context, let's compare it to the last product we just saw.
This is only $3 grand. The precision and attention to detail and construction was nowhere near this.
This could probably be a dope if it was like 1,500 bucks, you know, given that labor costs a decent amount. But for 5 grand, it's a nope. I was so surprised by all of these products. Some of these products were so complicated to use when they looked just so beautiful and simple. And I found out that it really is just the simple products that win in the end. Simple in what they set out to do, but also simple in how they allow you to achieve it. But I also think it comes down to your personal preference. If something is a joy to use and it doesn't get in your way, well then to you, my friend, that's a dope. I don't know why I winked. I don't know how to end this.
This episode of the Y-Files is brought to you by Audible. 7 million years ago, a chimpanzee stood up on its hind legs, and a new species of hominin emerged. Over the next few million years, hominins
Artificial intelligence. It's so good, it's working out great, you know, because our everyday people don't have to do tedious tasks anymore. They can just spend their time working on passionate things, their art, their poetry, their anythings. wait a minute, it's the other way round. Gotta love the idea of there potentially being no more new actors in the world because you can just AI their likeness and just CGI them into anything you want. And I love the amount of fake crap on social media, like fun-looking factoids or like interesting-looking animals that are rare or something, and then learning that they're not real. Awesome! Instead of us learning more, we're actually getting stupider. Whoa! What if big marketing firms tried to use AI as some sort of cheap marketing gimmick to get people to buy more crap that they don't need? Whatever marketing team is involved in this, they would have had to been belly laughing the whole time. Especially the graphic designer making this hot mess here. Look at this computer chip being like, AI rice. I'm laughing because I know how a rice cooker works, and like a rice cooker is one of the cleverest, most like simplest whatevers. Technology Connections, fantastic channel. Why aren't you sub to it? Why are you watching my crap? Go watch them. And look, I'm just gonna try and summarize this up because I'd love you to go and watch their video because it's that stinking good. But it's to sum up a rice cooker, right? It works on two principles. When you boil water, you can't make it hotter. It gets 100 degrees and that's it. If you add more temperature, it just boils faster, but it doesn't get hotter. And magnets. How do they work? Magnets, when you heat them up, lose their magic magnetic whatevers. The way a simple rice cooker works, right, it's got like a plunger thing in the middle. It's a really simple switch using a magnet that's been calibrated to lose its magneticness at like slightly above boiling temperature, because when you add the rice and you add the water, right, and the water boils away, the rice that's in there can get hotter than 100 degrees. So as soon as the temperature goes above that, all the water must be gone. So the magnetic stops being sticky, click, the machine turns off, bing bong, your rice is ready. So why the stink do you need AI involved in any stinking way? I mean, I love this though. Exclusive spherical pot, right? Like witches' cauldrons haven't existed for centuries or nothing. But yeah, here she is, mate. Tefal? Tefal? I love this though. Look how poorly they photoshopped in like these like dishes and things. Look at that. That is sitting on a different plane to the rest of it. Did AI do this? Actually, with how good AI is at the moment, I would actually imagine this being AI. So what kind of cantankerous idiot would buy an AI rice cooker? Especially when they know how simple a rice cooker can be. Me. I'm the Muppet who bought this. Why? I didn't know it had AI in it. I got this from JB Hi-Fi, I think, like online. They had like a sale on this or something. I needed a rice cooker. This was going for cheap, so I grabbed it. And literally after using it for 2 times, did I look at the front of this big giant nugget and go, wait a minute, this has artificial intelligence written on it. That's when I saw the AI rice stinking graphic here. I mean, maybe the Manuel will tell us more. How many pages is actually, different language. Okay, so, yeah, about that much. Oh, dear. Okay, that's gone very poorly. Now, I have to turn these one at a time. Oh, who did this? Come on, get to the AI bit. Hey, tell me about the AI. Or you gotta love this. Protect the environment, you know, like it's designed to run for many years. I bet that's a lie. However, you know, before discarding your appliance, you should remove the battery from the timer, dispose of it at a local whatever. How about don't put batteries in crap that plugs into the wall? Right? How about do that? Still looking for that AI bit. Whatever. Well, according to Tefal, who cares? It uses fuzzy logic AI. I got friends of mine who actually do work in AI, where they need security clearances to actually go to work sort of thing, you know, high-end kind of stuff. And I ran it past him and said, like, is this actually AI? And he summed it up saying, like, one man's software is another man's AI. In other words, you can call anything AI. I mean, old school video games had AI. It's a rice cooker. Yeah, you put your rice in it, mate. You put your water in it, mate. And you got to put the right amount in. No amount of AI can fix that bit, right? If you get the water to rice ratio wrong, it doesn't work. Press the buttons, wait a bit, bing bong, you got frickin' rice.
There you go, mate. You bottled the rice, and like anywhere you go, you can just have a refreshing stinking crap.
And then looking at this idiot closely, it's got the same stinking plunger in the bottom of it. It literally weighs nothing.
Mate, I had to pop her open and actually take a look. Can't wait to meet the AI that lives in here, mate. I wonder if his name's Terry. Come on. Wait. Okay. It's looking pretty high-tech in here, mate. It's getting pretty nuts.
Yeah, right. That's where the power comes out. Nice crimps on those, hey?
Oh, mate, you know she's good. She's got genuine sinew components.
Yeah.
It's looking pretty basic in here. You got like the dumbest guts front panel. You got whatever the stink that is. And yeah, the old springy bit. Mate, she's just a stinking rice cooker. Except for this kind of like lid bit with this like silicone bit to it. This stinks. Like a basic rice cooker, you can just chuck in the dishwasher, whatever. Man, the sponge that gets underneath here, like, this is a mold factory. Like home penicillin kit, basically. Man, I'm giving this thing a fair old lick and half. When, like, you know, really, it's a perfectly fine rice cooker. It works fine. Like, it's all good. But gosh, I hate crappy marketing because Tefl have been making stuff with fuzzy logic, like whatever's in it, for a long time, like finding like 6 years ago, like they've got with the same technology in it, but they don't bug on about it being artificial intelligence. Like the whole fuzzy logic thing, what that is just, it's more than on and off. You'll be blown away how many cooking things that heat up stuff are just on and off. Like they control temperature by flicking on and off quicker. So you want to hot it, it'll be on, off, on, off. Or if you want cool it, it's going to be on, off, on, off. It's that simple. So with fuzzy logic, there are more temperatures than just hot and cold, right? You can do in between. So that's stuff they've been doing for a while, but nah, mate, AI is in vogue, hey? Quick, slap that on the front and sell more of them. I guess I just find this kind of marketing really, really tiring. But the big thing about the whole AI intelligence thing, make your cooking better and whatnot, like, you know, if you get the water to rice ratio wrong, it doesn't work. You know, it doesn't pick the correct grain of rice for the dish that you're doing either. So all the prerequisites of making good rice don't change whether you get an AI smart business thing or the basic rice cooker. And that's what really gets me about this. I mean, yes, it does other things, but just get a slow cooker. Just get a dedicated one. But yeah, AI doesn't fix a lot of the issues of making good rice, right? Sorry, Tefl, mate. Didn't mean to come at you so hard, but you just done annoyed me, mate, huh? But I still really do just want a basic one just because of how crappy this thing is to clean and deal with. Oh, there's the button. Can I just cancel ownership of this? Why isn't it working? Mate, just pull her out of the freezer when she done looking like a bow tie and you got yourself a slamming lunch right there. I really should have just gotten a really basic one, right? Because they're easier to clean. They're easier to live with. Like a rice cooker doesn't have to be complicated. I got this because I got greedy, right? It's the same reason people have huge trucks and SUVs, right? We love potential, right? You don't need something that big. But what if you do? Oh, you've got it. And I like the idea of it being a slow cooker and a broiler and you can make congee or something. And never did I realize that I never had those things in my mind. Marketeers or wherever you stinking call them, they just want to sell you more crap. And if they can prove with 3 billion asterisks that it's technically artificial intelligence, they'll print it right on the front. I mean, jokes on me, I bought this. It was lucky it was on special. And honestly, I'm probably just going to dump it at like the Salvos or something and just get the basic rice cooker that I actually need. So yeah, thanks AI. Thanks for fixing problems by being a bigger one. And make sure you give this a go, hey? Right, you can have this for lunch every day. I mean, you can't get in there at the moment, but I mean, give it a go. And that's it. Thanks so much for watching. Huge thanks to my floaties, mate. Extra vids and whatnot there. Frank's there. Speaking of Frank, you can still order a Frank in a hat. That's still happening. You can get one. Once it's done, it's gone, mate. No more Frank with a hat after this point. So if you want a noodle boot with a stinky snoot, mate, you can get that done. And, mate, you know, we'll see you all next time.
Boopin' with the Mrs. Frankie. Boopin', 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 boop, boopin', boopin'. Don't run, Frank. Frank, no, you have to hear my whole song. Boopin', 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 boop, boopin'. Frank, listen to my whole song.
Capable, and the cat seems like a good fit. They're welcome to take their new pet back to a loving home. This location is definitely...
Hey, Grandma, if you want to pass out in the hallway from being a disgusting drunk, could you at least do it on your...
When that day comes, though, I'll probably have to think of a different name.
Grandma left out all of the booze from her church group. Sure, she's upstairs, she's passed out, and she looks, you know...
I would suggest...
I don't know if she's dead or not. I'm not sure, but this gives me an idea. I haven't tried a lot of these alcohols before. I wonder if I could play a game and try all of them and get really drunk this early in the morning. Last year, I did a little video where I taste tested a bunch.
She's super afraid of people. She ran away when we tried to give her a bath.
Grandma left out all of the booze from her church group. Sure, she's upstairs, she's passed out, and she looks, you know. I don't know if she's dead or not. I'm not sure, but this gives me an idea. I haven't tried a lot of these alcohols before. I wonder if I could play a game and try all of them and get really drunk this early in the morning. Last year I did a little video where I taste tested a bunch of pops and drinks, but none of them were like this. I think today I might have to make the ultimate gambit of trying to identify every piece of alcohol on this table. Let's do it! It's like that. Let me just address the rules of this. We're gonna pair up all the alcohols together. We're gonna do 3 different brands of the same alcohol, so 3 whiskey, 3 vodka, and I'm gonna try my best to identify them. Does it make any sense? Absolutely not, but a boy can dream and a boy can try. The way we're doing it is exactly like how we did it last time, where we're doing the TikTok cardboard straw thing, so I can't see anything in the front here, and I'll use the lovely ghouls who haunt this house to help me settle this up. I'm very nervous. I'm extremely nervous. I want to put this out there immediately. Do not do this, all right? This is gonna be stupid. I drink whiskey and rum and vodka. It makes me sound like an alcoholic, doesn't it? Just pinging those off. I drink this. I don't got a problem, you do. I'm going to sip, because the amount of alcohol here, by the time this is done, I do feel like I'm gonna be drunk. And you might see me drink an occasional sip of this Coke Zero as a palate cleanser, or just to not throw up, because I'm not a big gin guy, I'm not a big tequila guy, I fucking hate beer, and I hate wine, so it's gonna be brutal. Drum roll, let's start with something I don't like. Beers? Or wait, beer before liquor, never been sicker. Liquor before beer, you're in the clear. Medical rules, I'm pretty sure they teach that at Harvard. I don't know.
Today's video is sponsored by Bad Dragon. If you know this channel, you know Bad Dragon's been a long-time sponsor and partner with this channel, and we just got to give you a little info on them, all right? If you're looking to spice up your love life, if you're looking to spice up something in the bedroom, and you're above the age of 18 or even 21, I'm going to say 24, go over to baddragon.com and see if something is, I don't know, a good fit for you. Bad Dragon makes high-quality products. We got to go to the warehouse ourselves and see how everything's made. It's fucking amazing. They take so much care into their customer service and their products that you will leave satisfied. So be sure to check out Bad Dragon at baddragon.com and, you know, give them some love, because they give our channel so much love every month, and they're our favorite sponsor. I'll say it. I don't even care. So yeah, thank you Bad Dragon for sponsoring this video, and back to the video. Let's do, oh God, vodka first? Let's do vodka first. I'm going to close my eyes. Nick, set up the vodka. All right, so I didn't actually close my eyes. I just decided to stand up and go to the corner while I was doing it, because I didn't trust myself. And also, self-consciously, I feel like I look like Shane Dawson from behind. Is that true? Here, check this, dude. Can you get that in the camera?
I can't see. It's just black.
That's a good sign. Okay, first one. Here we are. I'm cracking open my first Coke. All right, so what are the 3 brands, Nick?
Smirnoff, Taka, and New Amsterdam.
I used to drink a lot of New Amsterdam back in college. Smirnoff, you know, I think I had it in ice every once in a while. And what's the other one?
Taka?
Taka.
Yeah, I've never heard of that one.
Don't like that. All right, sip 1. This is gonna be fucking brutal, dude. Ugh. Oh, that tastes like Smirnoff. Every time I've ever had a Smirnoff, that tastes like a fucking Smirnoff, like a fucking Sharpie. Oh, God. Oh.
Do they taste the same?
I will say it's like different variations. First off, I'm drinking way too much out of those. It probably doesn't look like a lot of big swigs, but let me tell you, that is going to accumulate very fast. Kind of tastes like Crayola. Tastes like Crayola markers. Like not Sharpie, but Crayola markers. I don't know, last one. Oh, that actually made me gag, dude. Oh boy, I don't know. It's a lot easier whenever it's like a cola. You know what I mean? You can go be like, I don't know, go back. I don't know if I want to man through those. What was the third one even called? Taka. Keep wanting to say topaz. I hate doing vodka shots, dude. My eyes are watering. I fucking hate. We might unironically need a bowl or something like that. Oh. Okay. This one tastes familiar. This feels like actually New Amsterdam to me.
if I had to guess. Taka, I don't know what the fuck Taka is. I don't know if it's a high brand one or not. This is the most rancid one, for sure. This one made me gag every single time, which makes me think it's Smirnoff. Uh-oh. New Amsterdam, Taka, Smirnoff. No! What was it?
It's Taka, Smirnoff, New Amsterdam.
No way! Dude, I used to drink New Amsterdam all the time. New Amsterdam, that's fucked. That should should be illegal. Smirnoff, good on you, Smirnoff. Like, honestly, it's like middle of the road. This one really wasn't too much better. Honestly, the Smirnoff out of all of them, I was like...
Is there going to be any repercussions for not getting it right?
No. What am I gonna do, drink more? Rule update. Last time we did, if whatever I got wrong, I had to do a shot. This time is going to be the one that I favor the least goes to a pool of wrong shots, and we do a little combine of each shot at the end, and I have to do a suicide shot, which let me tell you, I will throw up. I will throw up if I have to do that. Okay, so Nick, what do we have here now?
We have Jim Beam, Southern Comfort.
You say Jim Beam? It's Beam. B-E-A-M. We have Jim Beam.
Southern Comfort.
Southern Comfort.
And then Chivas Regal Extra.
Chivas Regal Extra.
Chivas Regal.
I've never heard of that before in my life. Have you ever heard of that? Chivas?
No.
I've had my fair share of Jim Beam in the day. Not so much Southern Comfort. Let me see if I can smell it. Nope, nothing's coming through. That tastes like Jim Beam to me. That tastes like Jim Beam. First one I'm thinking Jim Beam. What the fuck is that? That feels like a Chivas Regal or whatever the fuck it was called, dude. God, that was like fucking like cherry cough syrup. Oh! Oh my god! Oh my god, that's Jim Beam. I know for a fact that's Jim Beam. This guy right here. Oh my god. I don't fucking know! I can't with that one, dude. These last two are so bad. This one is like trying to be a flavor, at least. The middle one, Jim Beam. If this isn't Jim Beam, I'm gonna be so sad. This feels like a Jim Beam. I feel like I've seen some... You look like you're laughing at me. It's not right, is it? I've heard of people having Southern Comfort with tea. So I'm wondering if Southern Comfort is supposed to be this weird deal and this is the abomination that is known as Chivas. Or Southern Comfort is, this is the fucking deal. I feel like a gerbil. Oh, God, now I'm thinking that's Southern Comfort. I remember one time I was at a college party, at this like frat party, and they're like, you don't like Southern Comfort? And I tried it, and I was gagging just like this. All right, I'm gonna submit here. Please, God. Jim Beam, Southern Comfort, and Chivas Revocado, or the fuck it was. No! What is it?
Chivas.
This is Chivas?
Yeah, Southern Comfort.
That's Jim Beam? I should have known that $13 bottle piece of shit. I need to remember that historically, all I've ever drinking is bottom shelf garbage and just mixed it with soda. God damn it. Southern Comfort drinkers, dude. Some big old girls that drink that at like state fairs and shit. That's horrible. God damn it. Fuck, man. I want to go on a record here and say that this is hard. This is extremely, extremely hard.
All right, next one.
Yay. Gin time.
We have Seagram's, Tanqueray, and Cambridge.
Seagram's, Tanqueray, and Cambridge. I think Cambridge is a green bottle. I feel like I've seen that before. Seagram's, I know they're whiskey, Seagram's 7. Tanqueray sounds like a Latino dive bar. I don't know. I don't like gin. I have had it twice in my life, and I wanted to rip off my fucking eyelids whenever I had it. I'm not gonna lie, I feel it. I feel it already coming in. Is this round 3? This is round 3. Fuck, man. Cambridge, Tanqueray, Seagram's. Here we go. Loosen up. I fucking hate gin so much, dude. God damn it. Ah, I have no words. Kind of tastes like an orange. Is Tanqueray an orange? Tanqueray sounds like a town in Florida. Tampa Bay, Tanqueray. I don't fucking know, right?
Sounds foreign to me.
Like Florida. We're not in Florida, so it's technically foreign. It doesn't matter. My mind says Tanqueray right here, maybe. I don't know. Get me a bucket, dude. Thank you. Halloween bucket. That was horrible. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do a second sip on these. That was foul, man. Oh, God. There's no way. I mean, for a contest where I'm supposed to pick things out, I don't know any of these. I'm gonna go on a limb. And I'm gonna say Tanqueray, Seagram's, Cambridge.
How are you so good at doing none of them right? Not even on a blind guess.
What do you mean on a blind? I have a 1 in 3 chance. Were any of them right?
No.
I got all of them wrong.
Yeah, it goes Seagram's, Cambridge, Tanqueray.
Seagram's is a trash brand, or it's like a really cheap brand. That's the best tasting one. Out of all of them, I would drink this one. If someone was like, I'm gonna kill you and I'm going to have my way with you unless you do this, I would drink Seagram's. This, I'm drunk. It's coming. I want to kill myself. I have a feeling I will be using this by the end of this. Nick, what do we have? Hey, Nick, which one am I gonna conquer now?
Mixed colas.
Mixed colas, whiskey and colas. That is my primary drink. I feel confident. What are the brands in front of me now?
We have Jameson, Crown Royal, and Jack Daniels.
Jack Daniels, Crown Royal, and Jameson. My least favorite out of all of those is Jameson. The fancier the whiskey, it doesn't mix with cola. So I think that the Jameson one is going to taste the worst out of all of them. I think the Jack Daniels is going to taste the best. Let's see. Oh, I like that. Oh, I like that a lot, actually. Is that you? What? I didn't get it?
You didn't get any of them.
This is Jameson? That's Crown? That is horrible.
How is it possible?
Seriously? The last beer that I ever tasted was a Busch Light at Arrowhead Stadium when I was 9 years old. My dad took me to that game and he was like, here, have a drink of this, and it was a Busch Light, and he's like, don't tell your mother, and I said, okay. As soon as I got home, I was like, Dad, give me beer. And he was like, no! He got in trouble. It's fine, okay. Oh, no. I'm gonna start in the middle and, oh God. It's like Carnival Peanuts or something. That's horrible, man. I really don't know. The first run through, I felt like I had like a good mental image of like the taste and stuff or whatever, but it all tastes the exact same. Damn it. I don't know about Busch Light anymore. Dude, I'm lost. I'm so fucking lost. I don't fucking know. I want to win. I want to win! Oh God, they all taste the same. Busch Light, Bud Light, Coors.
How are you that good at getting every single one wrong?
Which one's Busch Light?
The fart.
It is this one, isn't it?
You almost had it. You almost.
Dude, these all taste the same. I mean, this is ridiculous. These all taste the same. For the suicide one, whichever one, they all taste the same. Just grab one. Up next is tequila. I hate tequila. I'm finding that I hate a lot of liquors. I drink a lot too. I just like, I like cocktails. People who do shots regularly, just know, listen, after you're on your 25th birthday, it dies. Like, it doesn't become fun anymore. So enjoy it while you can, and I'm gonna wake up tomorrow regretting this video. What brands are there, Nick?
We have Don Julio, Patron, and Swaz.
Swaz?
Salsa.
Salsa.
Patron, Don Julio, and Salsa.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, God. Fuck's sakes, dude. No! Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. That was fucking awful. Oh, my God. I feel like I'm blind. I feel like I just ate like a roll of nickels. Oh, God. Please, God. My nose touched the straw a little bit. It smells like beer still. All these liquids are going through the same straw. This smells like Busch Light, dude. Oh.
Ooh, I did not like this. I did not.
No!
That was unpleasant for everyone.
No! I really don't want to do this, dude. It all just tastes like diarrhea limes, man. It literally tastes like if I went to a Walmart, I cut open a lime and I shoved half of it into my asshole and decided to like take a bite of it. That's what it fucking tastes like. Shooting from the hip, Patron in the middle. It's not Patron in the middle, is it?
Can't change.
Just Patron, Don Julio, Saze.
Lift it up carefully.
I don't know what these are.
It goes Patron, Saza.
Oh!
You got.
You kind of got it right.
Yeah, when you change.
I got Patron here. Which one was the worst? Probably Patron. That shit, I almost threw up at that first sip. Patron, that was fucked. That was not good. I see people drinking this shit like regular. You guys are criminals, man. you guys are criminals, honestly. If you're drinking this shit straight like this, I just wanted to play League of Legends tonight. And now it's like 1 in the morning. It's almost 2 in the morning, and we're pretending that it's morning. Well, it is morning. It's nighttime morning. It's Aether morning. It's Nega morning.
It's dark-sided.
It's dark-sided morning. I just wanted to play Hecarim Jungle on League of Legends, and now I'm here. And now I have to put this Patron in the suicide area. You know what I would say, though? If you're gonna drink, get a drink that you like a mixed cocktail or something, and sip on those until you stand up and you're dizzy, and then be like, it's time for bed. Like every other adult.
Your eyes are so watery.
I want to cry. I want to shit my pants like a baby and cry.
All right, we have cognac.
Cognac.
We have Camus, Hennessy, and Martell.
What? Martell, Hennessy, and what?
Camus.
Camus. Oh. Oh my God. What is this? Brandy? A fine brandy. How rich and up your own ass do you have to get to where your just taste buds are just fucked? I don't know. Ah, Camus, Hennessy, Martell. Which one was Hennessy?
The first one.
Man, what's the second one?
Camus.
Camus was at least, it is like kind of sweet. It was still terrible. It was weird about cognac is like, if you put out like a cigarette in a bottle of maple syrup, that's what it tastes like. Uh-oh, that one was probably the worst. Roll that clip of the guy, roll the clip of the guy choking on Hennessy in his car on that TikTok video. Roll the clip! What is up next?
Whiskey?
Scotch.
So it's Crown Royal, Glenavy, and Dewars.
Dewars, Glenavy, Crown Royal. Ugh. Tastes like tea afterwards. It's like a really sour, upfront, it doesn't matter what the fuck, I mean, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Terrible. Horrible. We should use Capri Sun.
We should do the Capri Sun challenge.
We should do the Capri Sun challenge, it'd be sweet. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, Glenavy, Dewars, Crown.
Ooh, you got Glenavy right. So you think Dewars? Which one tastes the best? The Dewars? Are you okay?
I'm thinking. Sorry, I don't know. They're all bad. I don't like Scotch. I don't like alcohol, really. This one I didn't gag on as much. These two are pretty bad. Crown was the worst. Such a bummer. I love Crown Apple. Crown Apple and Coke is like my jam, dude. But to be fair, it's like a fucking sugary mess already. Next up is spiced rum. What are the brands?
Bacardi, Calypso, and Captain Morgan.
Bacardi, Calypso, Captain Morgan. I have 2 attempts left to get these right, all 3 of them, every guess right, or else I have to do the suicide shot. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh. Smells like Hennessy in this bucket. Smells like Hennessy in this bucket. Smells like Hennessy in this bucket. Oh boy. That's Captain. Oh, oh God. Oh God. I know for sure that that's Captain. I've had enough Captain Cokes in my life to know that that's Captain Morgan. Bacardi sucks. If I only gagged on one, I'd probably say it was Bacardi, but Calypso, I know is, I don't know. I don't know. I got a lot riding on this. Okay. Okay. I think I got it. Calypso, Bacardi, Captain Morgan. I did it! Oh, thank God. I'm gonna go on a limb. This is the worst alcohol on planet Earth. Bacardi Spice Rum with their stupid fucking bat logo is disgusting. I'm so happy. I'm so happy that I don't have to take the suicide shot. Therefore, I don't even think I have to do the red wine. Oh no! God damn it. Oh, I did it! Oh, I did it. I'm so happy. Oh, man. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. That was like the adrenaline shot I needed. I was fucked there, man. Afterthoughts, right? Don't do this. First off, I don't think mixing all of these different types of alcohol is good. Like, it's not good for you. I'm already like a fat piece of shit who's gonna die of a heart attack anyway, so it's like it doesn't matter. But bad. Like, just gonna fucking like spit all over me or something, dude. Bad stuff, really bad. Very happy to be done with this. My grandma needs to be rehabilitated. She's a drunk. This is all her alcohol, not mine. I cannot tell you how happy. If I didn't get this one, I'd have to do the red wine. I'd never drink wine. And if not, I'd have to pour a little bit of each one of those bottles that I messed up on and take a shot. I'm drunk. I'm very drunk. You know what? Disclaimer, don't do this fucking challenge. It's a stupid idea. And people are gonna be mad at me that I even did it, I feel like. Don't do this. It's no bueno. I do not condone this. Bad. Very bad. Captain Morgan, please sponsor me. Captain Morgan was definitely the tastiest of all of the alcohols. This has been my video. I'm gonna go. I need to eat something now. I need to do something or I'm gonna throw up. So thank you. I'm gonna get some water. Water time. Bobby Boucher opened up a can of whoopee. Is that what Waterboy says? Okay, whatever. That's it. That's all I got.
You gonna play League still?
I think I will play League, actually. I need to figure out what situation I'm gonna do for, like maybe I'll eat some popcorn or something like that, but I need to eat something. Maybe I'll just eat some popcorn while I play League and drink a bunch of water. Because I feel like if I go to bed right now, I'm gonna like, it's gonna be spin zone.
Yeah, you need to eat.
I'm gonna get some spins.
All right.
Fuck you!
We've all seen that listing, the no lowballers, I know what I have guy. Only what he had was a clue. Or worse, the ones who know darn well what their junk is worth, but are just hoping that you don't. And thanks to companies like Intel, there's a lot of confusion out there. By sticking with that i3, i5, i7 naming scheme for 13 years. They've created an environment where the less informed consumer doesn't know if they're getting a great deal on still good leftover stock from last year, or if they're getting swindled on a decade-old workhorse. Well, our team waded through listings from around the world and, with a little help from you guys, handpicked some of the worst offenders to give these folks a little reality check. And for each one, we're gonna vote on whether we think they're a silly seller or a slippery scammer. And you guys are gonna decide if you think we're right. And you can decide if you wanna listen to this message from our sponsor.
Oh. Vessi. April showers are a thing of the past with Vessi Stormburst shoes. No, you can't actually control the weather when you have them on, sort of burst your bubble, but at least your feet will stay dry. Get 15% off your first purchase at vessi.com/LinusTechTips today.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
I haven't seen any of these yet. Number one, what the are you kidding me? $20,679.85.
I thought we were supposed to guess the price.
Oh yeah.
No, you're guessing what it's actually worth.
Oh, we guess what it's actually
Oh.
worth.
This is what they're asking
for. Oh, that's actually funnier.
That is kind of funny. I'm gonna have no idea because I don't buy PC parts.
What if they Etsy'd here? That's a bone stock case. All they did was remove pieces.
This is a handmade computer, Linus.
All computers are handmade.
I mean, did they solder every pin onto the CPU socket?
If they did, it might be worth that much. Does it even have like the panels?
I was not able to determine that actually.
What GPU is that? It's not even an 80 series card? Okay, this is worth like $3 grand.
I don't even think it's worth that. I was gonna say 22 or 23.
All right, I'm going 2,500.
HDMI DisplayPort cable not included. I love how that's like really important on a $28,000 computer.
Really?
It's a $20,000 cable.
Price is Right rules?
If you want.
Okay.
It does include Windows.
It also says RGB fans ×4, and there's clearly 6 of them, so I don't know what the they're talking about.
I don't think it's 2K. I think it's more than 2K, but then you guys are both sitting right up in there. 27.
What I was able to find on this was
What?
about 1,800 bucks.
I should have gone with
1800.
2K flat.
1,800.
1,800?
Oh,
So
okay.
we all lost.
You all lost. Lightning
I was speaking
closest.
Canadian.
All right, that's fine. The next one's coming. Here we go,
There you
guys.
go. This is the same seller.
Rare find, $11,000. Does this at least include the monitor, keyboard, mouse, desk, and rent for this room?
So this is the same seller. What's the difference?
Wait, this is the same computer. No, it's not.
It's rainbow now.
No,
It's really similar.
it's very similar.
This is his basic model.
So this seller does like tiers of PCs.
They have tiers.
Do they have the tiers of anyone who buys from them?
Yes.
A 550-watt power supply? Also, this picture is clearly misleading. That is not an RTX 3050. So basically, slimy scammer, and this thing is worth like $1,100,
USD.
$900, 902.
No one else even said a number.
903.
904.
Oh my God. You're all over anyway.
Oh, wow.
There's about 800 bucks worth of parts in there.
Okay.
I guess 900 with Windows.
Windows
probably,
11, yeah, so we're not over.
So you're pretty
It
much
says
right on, I
it's-
guess,
it's-
So what is it then?
900.
So
We were all over by $2, $3, and $4.
So this is just his presence on Etsy there. He has a bunch of machines. You'll see.
Sweet spot.
sweat spot, actually.
Sweat spot.
Did you notice that those last three are all the same price though?
I did. I think it's just a clever sales tactic. I think that anyone wanting to buy a baller machine is going to sort by highest price.
Yeah.
They're going to come across this. They're going to be like, okay, these machines look great. What can you do on price? And then he might give them a real price.
One of those is an i5.
Yeah, I think this is just the highest
Yeah.
price that Etsy supports or something like
I was
that.
just gonna say.
Not a single one of the pictures is accurate.
I think it's just to get people to look at it. and
Sort
get
from
in
highest to
touch.
low. Call it a day.
Slimy scammer, because I don't like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I'm
kinda
actually
weird.
planning a Rant on WAN show for this very day, talking about Facebook Marketplace pricing being free or $1 or whatever, and that not being what is actually the case. I really don't like that. Just tell me how much the thing costs. And tell me that it's less than $1,200 US for an old Lenovo workstation.
64 gigs of RAM.
Ooh, Quadro M series. Damn!
Getting a 1 terabyte hard drive in your
Yeah.
$1,250 USD computer.
That's pretty rough.
$525.
I was gonna say
You
500.
wouldn't have been able to find this stuff new, so you found all
this is
used
used, yeah.
prices for this?
The SSD is not worth anything.
Hard drive's like 10 bucks.
I'm just worried about that Quadro.
Quadro and the RAM.
I think it's gonna be the motherboard.
Any piece of shit Quadro is worth more than 20 bucks. So
What'd you say?
make your own guess. We should start writing them down, damn it. Yeah, why am I telling them what I'm guessing? I think we should have a time limit on this too.
I don't have a marker. All right.
Why would you go -1?
We could get this for 560 bucks.
Ow.
Point for Linus. I think this is just silly person. They see Quadro and Xeon and they think it's worth something.
Ugh.
15,000.
3050? Holy crap.
We all know it's a scammer already.
Look at that RAM.
Oh my God, they don't even have their RAM installed correctly.
Dude, it's America. Red, white, and blue.
That was not my point. Also, their CPU cooler looks like it has the fan on backwards.
4th generation i5. Oh, it comes with the monitor. That helps. And the keyboard.
1080p.
That monitor's curved, baby.
I just don't want it. Yeah, I'm way under. Whatever.
747. What did
Well,
I
the
put?
panels didn't look like they were on that good.
Oh,
You could
too-
build this
too
for
relevant.
about $750.
Oh.
I was
Let's go!
I think my issue is I just wouldn't, like, I don't want any of this.
Oh, it's obviously a scam.
Well,
Yeah.
the EVGA 750 watt, like, that's probably worth 90 bucks. Like, you gotta watch out for stuff like that. Selling PC 800 if you butt before March 7th. Wait, the price goes up? That's not how computers work.
It's like a Kickstarter campaign.
It's Apple, that adds $1,000. I always wonder about stuff like this. You have almost nothing on your desk. So that means whatever's on your desk has a high level of intent. Do you need us to see you have a lighter?
That would immediately make me not buy it, by the way, because I would assume they smoke at their desk, and you can get that
tar.
Yeah, it's very hard to clean out a computer.
Yeah.
No storage.
64 gigs of RAM. Wow.
Did I snipe Elijah again?
I'm low.
Luke wins $600.
Oh!
Dang it.
Hee hee.
Open boxed.
Buy it now for 100.
This is just a troll. Is this even a real computer? It looks like it was made in a video
PC
game.
built. Oh, it's
PC
Roblox.
built.
The Roblox logo is in the top left.
Oh, okay.
Dude, what if the user submitted this to us?
Oh, it's got all the specs.
See, if you're gonna completely make up specs and pull them out of your ass, why do you make up a 3600?
Why do you also say like 16 gigs of RAM and then you say 32 gigs of RAM?
I'm so confused.
What? We're supposed to guess a price for this?
We're not guessing that.
Oh, you're just messing. Gaming PC $800, Kalispell.
This thing is beautiful.
Whoa, a Maximus ROG? Oh wow, this is really old.
Does not come with the monitor, mouse, or keyboard.
960.
It does not come.
Oh, dose.
Make your guesses.
I'm making mine.
The dust is free, so don't calculate that in.
$299. Am I guessing high again?
Luke,
oh my gosh.
bang on, $400.
Wow.
Dang it! How is this worth $400 though?
The motherboard.
Like a motherboard from that era is worth like 30 bucks.
On eBay, the best I could find was $130 for that motherboard.
Okay, well there's your discrepancy right there. That's not worth $130.
CPU's $50.
He said this whole time.
Just a gosh darn
He said this whole
second here.
time. It's based on what he's been able to find.
Based on what I can find on eBay.
Hold on a second. What is this? Maximus 9?
Oh, Dad's mad again.
People are still buying these for $100. Get a new computer. The fact that it's ROG does not make it worth that.
I'm trying to figure out like what games could this play that you couldn't on a modern system.
Nothing. I'm adjusting my strats then, because I've been like, what would I pay for it?
Drop to 2K, not budget.
Everything in this P is top of the line, from case to parts. What else is there? Including Mobo. Nor do I play games intense enough to truly stress this system. Never overclocked, never needed to. Getting rid of this because gaming has become a hindrance to my success in life.
His girlfriend was like, get rid of the computer.
I love how it's top of the line parts, including Mobo, and then under Mobo, he says, I don't know, I'd have to unplug things to see what it is. It's a full gaming Mobo by Tough and MSI.
No.
Tough is usually associated with a SUS.
Wait, did we decide if this guy was a scammer?
The last couple we have skipped on that.
I don't think either of these guys are scammers.
No.
I think they're reasonable.
I don't think this guy's a scammer either. I think they're just an idiot.
I don't know. We'd have to
I know what I
unplug
have.
things to be able to tell.
Oh.
Smile.
Wow.
All right, you're all over.
Oh.
Whoa, really?
All of us?
We can build this for about $1,200.
Really?
Wow, okay.
Did you include Windows?
$1,300.
I don't think he lists Windows.
I mean, that's fair. That's a tough one. By MSI.
I was just gonna say that. You beat me to it.
$2,900 US.
700 X3D. Deep cool, liquid cooling with RGB fans.
Did some light gaming on it. Planning to sell due to personal reasons.
Girlfriend again.
It's impairing his success in life.
Seller rated at 2.9 stars.
He's no man you can trust.
I mean, based on this pricing, that checks out.
47 user.
My brain at first was like, is this a hard drive?
No, it sounds like a SATA SSD. All right, I'm ready.
Everybody ready?
Hold on. I got it right.
Oh, man.
Wow, hurry up, Linus.
All right, what do you got?
1,800.
Whoa, what did you go?
Luke, you're bang on the money, $1,500.
What is wrong with you guys?
What the heck? It's got RGB fans
Why
in
did
it.
you think it was $1,800? US. Are you guys doing US?
I'm doing
No.
Canadian.
No.
Okay, that makes sense.
That's my excuse.
Did you include Windows?
He doesn't say
has
Windows.
Oh, you know what? It's so cheap because that drive is so slow.
There you go. Okay, so now we're in Spain.
What the hell is Odiority?
So this is a new seller selling on Facebook Marketplace for $100 less than their retail. So if you go to the
This
next
is a brand
slide,
new computer then.
this is their website, same system.
So they don't want you to go to their own website?
Apparently not.
Warning, comes with Windows 11 Home. And a disappointing amount of storage. Are PC components more expensive in Spain?
It doesn't matter.
Part prices for North America.
All right. Oh, we're all pretty close.
We're pretty close on this one.
I think I'm too high.
Elijah, you're pretty much on the money right now. 1,000.
It's 1,000?
1,000.
Only 1,000?
Oh, I was gonna do $9.99.
Price is Right rules, you're over, but, you know.
Well, we'll give it to me.
No,
Nah.
that's not a point.
Still in Spain here.
PC RGB Corsair, 32 gigs de RAM, i7 to 12th generation.
CPU is a 12700K.
Is for gaming, yes.
Or KF, sorry.
Yes.
3060.
Listed 9 weeks ago, so things are going great.
You're flying off the shelves, guys.
Thank you for.
Okay, we're all getting more reasonable. Luke, you got the win.
Yeah!
Come
Yeah! Yeah.
You got that at 1060.
1060? How?
That seems ridiculous.
Scammer or silly?
I don't want to complain too much because I won the round, so I kind of want us to not look into it.
They're a scammer. They know what they paid for this. There's a 3060 in there.
Yeah.
Whoa, buddy.
That looks sick.
It looks sick. This is well beyond the ability of most buyers. Are we factoring in the build cost at all, or is it just component?
Just component.
So, but we are factoring in like water blocks and hardline tubes.
As best I can, yes.
See, that's not how it works, though. A water-cooled old card is worth less than an air-cooled old card because no one wants to integrate it. With that said, it's already in a system, but I would say it probably comes out as a wash, whereas if we actually go try to find pricing for this stupid block on eBay, it's gonna be like 80 bucks or something. They got add-in RAM cooling?
They're not water blocks, they're just like passive heat sinks on the RAM.
This is gonna be nuts.
This is a tough one.
I've decided that I'm just gonna price things based on what I think they're worth.
Whoa. Elijah, I think you've got it here. Nah. Nope, it goes to Linus because he's lower.
Yeah!
2186.
21? Ah.
Buddy's obviously knowledgeable enough to know what things are worth, but I think that they are assigning a lot of value to the labor. They clearly built this themselves. And I think that that's maybe not right, but I don't think it's a scam. I think they just think that the work they put into it is worth something, and it just doesn't work that way. Moving to La France.
I don't speak French.
A gaming PC with an exceptional value proposition at 2,500 euros. It has the powerful RTX 4070 12 gig from Asus.